Hey everyone, I am Gabe, also known as Darth Cluny. We are back with some new spoilers from Awaiting Fates. But before we get started, I would like to thank the ARH team for all the hard work that they put in. And I'd also like to thank Echo 3 for giving us the spoilers. We wouldn't have anything to spoil without them. All right, first off, let me introduce the rest of these guys. We have Leviathan, we have Darteo, and we have Mateo. How are you guys doing?
Good,
I'm doing
amazing.
good. Thanks for asking.
Good.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to start off with a question for all of us. What is the card from Redemption that you are going to miss most? Darteo, why don't you start?
Den of Thieves, obviously, as a yellow villain player to the heart, we all need the Den of Thieves, and now we're just going to be dying out there. So that's going to be a big miss, along with Everybody Profits. So all our standard yellow villain swag.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, probably Leia. Blue Hair is my favorite, so she's probably my favorite character. So being able to pick the top card and just give your character shields. Wall of Shields is just my favorite type of deck. So I'm definitely gonna miss her.
So for me, I think it's Hondo, even though he's kind of controversial. Some people think he was too OP. I think I thought he was fun, and I'm kind of gonna be sad that he's rotating.
I'm
King
gonna miss
Gruber,
Jar I'm gonna miss Jarakai the most because of my Able Bed deck.
yeah, I miss Dark Eye too. That's not a popular opinion, but yeah. All right. And then what is a card that you guys are going to be happy that is going away? Levi, why don't you start?
Dark Eye, my least favorite card.
What do you guys think?
Dark Eye.
Okay. We're in the minority, King Gruber.
Headstrong.
Headstrong. I am glad Headstrong is going to.
A
I
second.
think for me, it's Den of Thieves. I think it was a little bit too, I just think it was a little bit too strong for the two cost it was and how much damage you could block. So
Yep.
I'm kind of happy that one's gone. Awesome, awesome. Okay, we are going to get to our spoilers. So, Dartale, the floor is all yours for this first spoiler.
Yep. So first spoiler from Awaiting Fate is Ahsoka Tano, Jedi Remnant. She has 14 health, 15, 18, and no subtypes, just a character. She has resilience and an ability that is decrease the cost of the first upgrade with lightsaber in its title. You play on this character each game by one. She also has a power action, sticking with the lightsaber theme. Resolve when your weapon dice showing damage. Either increase its value by one or resolving it against two different characters. She has 2 melee, 2 shields, 3 reroll, 1 resource, and a blank. What do you guys think about this character?
Yeah, so I think this character is really good. Okay, first off, resilience, good. We can't do double removal on her. Decrease the
Yep.
cost of the first upgrade. You play on her by one. That's a free resource every game. That's really good. And the power action. This is the thing here. The power action that lets you resolve against two characters. So, in my opinion, I think you don't use the plus one by increasing its value by one until one character is dead. You always take the damage to both characters. I just think
Yep.
you're maximizing value out of that. You do damage to both characters, and then I think that after that character is dead, now you're doing the plus ones with her power action.
Yeah, because if they have more than one character, it's probably going to be like a 2. If it's a
Mm-hmm.
1, then it doesn't matter, but if it's 2, then you're doubling the value that you would get.
And twos are hard to get, so
Yeah. 3 reroll is very good on her.
yes, and yeah, the three reroll is really good. There is a card that lets you resolve a reroll and then remove dice, so that's an option for
Yeah.
her deck. That's a cool that's a cool little shenanigan you got there. Um, I think so. If we're talking in terms of people to play with her, I think everybody's mind is first going to go towards Ezra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's yellow, so you get double color. His power action is great, and he's got rerolls, so then you can play that card. I think it's May the Force be with you, where you can play it and then reroll a die and remove. So I saw her and I was like Ezra, you know, play her with Ezra. But some of the other characters that I was thinking about, um, I was thinking about like Republic Senator, but then you're playing like you're actually playing a big. You're not just playing because like Ezra can kind of carry the torch after Ahsoka dies, but if you have Republic Senator, he can't. So you have to kill them with Ahsoka. There's some other people like the Armorer and Garza. I also thought Ben Solo was interesting. If you wanted to do mono, he can heal and he's got Guardian, so you're keeping the damage off Ahsoka. So those are just some of my ideas for deck building with her.
I think that she would be really good with a red character because there's a card like I Am No Jedi, I think. Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, she's not Jedi, forget it. No, I take that back.
Is it in
Oh, is that only?
redemption?
Oh, it's only for Jedi. Man, ugh,
Well, that is right.
yeah. None of the Jedi cards work with her. That's hard.
Yeah, so I think she seems really overpowered, but since she doesn't have the Jedi subtype, you don't get Jedi Mind Trick, and that's
Yeah.
basically one of your staple mitigation cards in Blue Hero. So I don't
Yep.
really. Still, that's kind of the weak aspect of her.
That's rotating though, isn't it?
It's on the reprint list.
Yeah, the reprint list is rotating, so that might not be on the reprint list.
I know,
Yeah.
but if it's added on again.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't think she even needs Jedi Mind Trick. She's got Sanctuary, which we spoiled last time.
Yeah.
That card is amazing.
Right.
So
You
I think
it's,
she doesn't even need
yeah.
it.
It's basically double removal if you
Yeah.
can do it because of the extra shields. The
Yeah.
art on this card really shows Ahsoka's scary side, like the face.
Yeah.
She just looks sort of evil.
Me and Darteo were talking before. We're like, oh, she kind of looks evil in the picture. I don't know. She's just fighting a bunch of. I think those are the dead zombie troopers in the background. So
Yeah.
she's determined. Any more thoughts on her before we move on? Do we want to talk a little bit more about her?
I'm good.
Real quick, I was gonna say I think this card is kind of reminiscent of Jarkai, and I think that's
Yeah.
what they were going for. Is they're like, let's make a type of Jarkai-ish into Ahsoka. I don't know. That's just what I think it feels like. Maybe because it is rotating, so you don't have that for
Yeah.
Ahsoka, who is like the one character in Star Wars that does use double lightsabers,
Yeah.
similar to Asajj. But yeah, I think her PA is cool. I think she's gonna be very fun to play with. So,
Han Krell uses 4 sabers.
oh, there's Pong Krell too.
Can't forget about him. Isn't he just a peach?
Right? All right, we are going to move to the next spoiler. Levi, this one is yours.
Okay. Ahsoka Tano's T6 Jedi Shuttle. 2 resource. The die is 2 gun, 2 shield, and 2 specials and a blank. Blue hero support vehicle. Your Ahsoka Tano and Professor Hu Yang have piloting. The special is heal 1 damage from a character or play a card with a lightsaber in its title from your hand or discard pile, decreasing its cost by 1. So it says Professor Hu Yang, so we're probably getting a Professor Hu Yang character,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
I think the theme of this card fits perfectly with Ahsoka because the
Mhm,
heal
mhm.
damage and then the lightsaber plane. That's perfect for overriding a lightsaber and then just getting it right back.
I think this card with Ahsoka, you wouldn't play it round 1
Yeah.
because you want to save your resources for like a 3 cost or just a cheap 2 cost. But you would want to probably play it like round 2 and then start playing your big upgrades.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you might play it round 1 because with Ahsoka's bonus of playing a lightsaber for 1 less during the game and its ability to play something for 1 less, I think it's still possible to play a 3 cost upgrade even if you do play Ahsoka's T6.
Yeah, if you hit a resource on something.
Yeah, if you get like a blue milk. So
Blue milk,
yeah,
loose
probably.
offer. Yep. If you're playing her with yellow, you could even play a character and do high stakes, and then you can do that. Yeah. I think this ship is really good. I first saw it and I was like, whoa, a 2 gun, 2 shield on a 2 cost ship. Like that's pretty good.
I think it won't see that much play outside of Ahsoka decks.
I
Well,
agree.
it might.
I think with the caveat of Plo Koon, who
Yeah.
so he will definitely play this ship because it's the one of the only ships in blue, and when you play Plo Koon, you kind of need ships. So I think this is one of the ships where it'll see some play there, and maybe with Ahsoka. I actually do not know how much it will be used with Ahsoka, just because there's going to be other cards that you need to put in there first.
Well, I think this card is kind of a staple because it's basically another upgrade for her with 2 damage size and the 2 shield. So the die is amazing, and it's heals too. So it's like it's basically another upgrade. I don't see why you wouldn't run
Heals
it.
two?
No,
It heals one.
special heals one.
Yeah, it's really heals one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think one of the other reasons I was really excited for this card is I saw Professor Hu Yang get piloting, which means he's going to be a character. So crossing my fingers, he's a nice 12-point character, and we get to play around with Hu Yang. He was one of my favorite characters. He was very funny in the Ahsoka show. I really liked him in the Ahsoka show, so that's why I was excited for this card. But overall, I think this card is pretty good. Even if you don't have the lightsabers in your your hand or discard pile, healing when damage is still good. So
Yeah.
any other thoughts? No. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Mateo, this is your card.
So we have the Boken lightsaber, 1 resource, upgrade equipment weapon. While this upgrade is on an apprentice or non-unique blue character, we resolve its die showing a modifier as if it were not showing a modifier. Its sides are 1 melee plus 1 melee plus 2 melee, 1 focus plus 1 money, and a blank.
Yeah, it's just the Vulcan saber, not the lightsaber, which means it doesn't get the buff from Ahsoka, which is too bad.
So I think this card is very interesting in that it won't be played outside of apprentice decks, and then I think in apprentice deck you probably do want to run it because it's a 1/1/2 focus resource, which is really good, and it's a 1 cost. So we're dropping this round 1, playing some other cards. Next round, it's an overwrite. This isn't like a all game type card. You're using it as an overwriting, but it gets the job done as you play it. So I think it's pretty decent.
It's not going to see any play in Ahsoka decks though, because she's not an apprentice or non-unique. So unless you're pairing her with somebody like, I guess Ezra. I don't know if he's an apprentice though. I think he is.
I think he is at that point.
Yeah, it would be good on him.
Or if we get I assume we're gonna get a Sabine. So if we get a Sabine that's whatever, yellow gains blue or something like that, it's similar to Ezra, but something like that, then that would be another option for her.
Yep.
So there's also that. Yeah, Levi pointed this out to me a while ago when we looked at this card. It has equipment and weapon. So I don't even know if we've seen a card that has weapon and equipment at the same time. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how much that gives it power wise, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think having an equipment, if like the old Chewbacca's bandolier or like the arm to the teeth things get put back in, then I think it's really powerful. Because it can both get the weapon buffs and the equipment buffs.
Yes. Yeah. That's really good. Yeah. It's kind of sad Jarkai's rotating now. After seeing this card, it would be like, it would have been so good with Jarkai. Like, because then you can run 2 of the training lightsabers and 2 of these, and then that's 4 1 costs. And then if it's these days it's easy to have 3 resources round 1, you could have played Bakken and then that other training lightsaber and Jarkai, and then had Jarkai build already going. But it's rotating.
And that is why they took out Jarkai.
But they shouldn't have.
Cross my fingers it comes on the reprint list.
I don't think they're reprinting cards from the set.
Oh, I thought they were doing reprints from Redemption.
They are?
I think they probably are.
I think they are. I think they're doing Faltering Lineages, Redemption, and FFG. So there's a chance.
There's still a chance. There's still a chance.
There's a chance. Any other anything else you guys wanted to say on this card before we move to the last spoiler that we have?
The art is really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, art is awesome on this card.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like this card is slightly underwhelming because, like, what's that one card? It's Cheered Staff. It has 3 1s. It's gray. Is it hero? I don't remember. But
it's hero. Yeah.
It's neutral, I think. Maybe it's hero. Here, I'll check right now.
It has 3 damage size. So does this card. Yeah, it has an ability And it's kind of like, I mean, this card has a resource side. The other one, the tiered staff doesn't. But I feel like they're kind of the same card, but this card has more restrictions.
So this card also has a blank text box because you're only playing it with an apprentice, and when you play it with an apprentice, it doesn't do anything. Whereas shared staff says after you, it's gray, so it's in any deck, and it's after you play the upgrade, you may reroll a die showing a blank. So I mean, it's not like that much of a difference. I think this thing is a little bit better because it has a resource side and it has a 2 side and a focus side. Shared staff only has a shield, and then 3 1 sides. I actually think this is maybe a little bit stronger, in my opinion.
I think it matters on whether you have it on that apprentice or non-unique blue character. If you don't, then its net value is, I think, lower.
I think
yeah.
you
But
need to
in the
really
context
need
of, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry, you can go ahead.
Okay. I thought we were talking only in the context because you wouldn't ever play this outside of an apprentice deck. So in the context of an apprentice deck where you have apprentice or apprentices, this card would be better value than shared staff. But then outside of that, you wouldn't play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But usually you only have one apprentice character, and then you have a big blue, like Jedi. So if your apprentice died, and this was on the bottom of your deck, this is a dead card. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that was sort of what I was saying. Like, I think it needs to be a really big apprentice if you want to see any real value in this. Because otherwise, they're just gonna snipe them and then go on to the big guy, and it's gonna be a dead card in your deck.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is just this is just feeding into so this redemption cycle, we are losing a lot of upgrades. We're losing like Mandalorian Vibro Axe, Quilland, lightsaber Bose. What's the there's like a lightsaber Tampa. Even though that one's not very good, we're losing a ton of weapons that Ahsoka kind of needs. So I think this is just putting more towards that.
Yeah.
The blue weapons.
Mhm.
All right, should we go to the last one?
Yep.
All right. Last one is a 0-cost blue hero event. The name of it is Clarity of Purpose. Event, ambush. Turn up to 2 of your dice to sides showing a shield. What do you guys think about this card?
First of all, art's amazing.
Oh yeah, this art is awesome. Were you gonna say, Levi?
So I feel like this card is really only good with like the shenanigans. Like if you turn 2 of your dice to a side showing a shield, you would the most value you'd probably get is 2 shield in both your characters. And I feel like that's pretty good for ambush. But other than that, unless you have something that can like resolve shield card, like a resolve shield sides, I don't think this card is gonna see a lot of play.
It's good like last minute if you're about to die and you need some quick shields, but you want to at least be getting 2 shields off it, and you're not sure whether you have that on your dice.
So I don't know. So first of all, this card, it could be cool into, I think it's called Luke's Teachings, where you can resolve, it's Luke's Teachings, because you can resolve the 2 shield as damage because it has an ambush. So you could do that, but that's the only card in the game. If Old Man Luke was in the meta, this card would be great. Because you can just focus into damage and ambush, because he has 2 dice, Luke's Teaching, but he's not. Only Luke's Teachings is, which is like, do I want to put a card in for only 1 card in my deck because it's unique? So that's one thing. I think it would be good with, I think it would only be good with a character that already has a 2 shield side that is on their die already. You don't run it with any, I don't think you would run it with any blue characters that don't have it. Me and Wookie were talking about it. He was framing it as, he was thinking about it as essentially mitigation, is in that you're turning to 2 shield sides and then resolving, which is basically, and I was like, you still have to remove 2 dice, but it's still kind of mitigation-y. So with redemption rotating, I think maybe there's a spot in some decks for this card. I just don't know how much it'll be used.
I think Luke Spirit's also in there. I think Luke Spirit is not rotating out. So I guess that's 2 cards in your deck. because I think it also has like power action resolve one of your dice. So if you have like a Qui-Gon maybe, I think he has a 3 shield side. And
Let
you
me
can
see.
resolve it for 3 damage with the spirit.
Luke's
No. Yeah, okay. So you could, the text is power action, resolve one of your blue dice showing the shield as if it were melee damage. So I guess you could do that, but it's like really situational, where you flip something to a 2 and then you resolve it for 2 melee.
You also have to PA it, so you can't resolve the
Yeah.
other die, which
Yep.
kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
It's
I
really situational.
I also agree. I thought it was a little niche, but then again, I'm probably wrong, and this card maybe will like make every blue deck when the set comes out. I have no idea, but
I feel like you could like at the start of the game, it could be like super valuable when like if you have like just trash out and you don't have any cards except for this card, and you can just flip 2 and get 2 shields. But then again, you might as well just chuck this card and reroll. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. If you have like 2 or 3 dice out, would you rather chuck and reroll or play this card?
you're guaranteed shields, but
I would probably rather reroll. Honestly, if I only had 2 dice, maybe, but that's very situational. If I have like my 2 characters dice out, so 4 dice, I'm not going to play this. I'm just going to reroll. But I don't know. I'm fine with being wrong. Last couple sets ago, whenever Force Assistance came out, I said this card was garbage, and then now it's in like every single blue deck. So I'm hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't see how this is in too many decks, especially with so many good cards that we already have.
Okay, so one interesting thing is Patient Padawan with this could be very good in a mill deck. If you like,
Oh,
I won last DC League with a Patient Padawan and Luminara, I think.
yup.
And it's really good for just shielding up. So if you do this, you basically flip them both to their 2 shields. Or flip whatever to the 2 shields, and then you just resolve it and take cards off their deck. Also with the Gazanti Cruiser, which is also a PA, so you don't get the full value, but it's another shield card.
I love Mill, and that didn't even come to me. Now that I think about it, this is a great Mill card, especially with the
Yeah.
Patient Padawans. Like you said, yeah, flip to 4 shields, resolve that, 2 off the top of their deck, and 2 shields. Yeah, that's great. And especially if you have Gazanti Cruiser, flip to shield sides, and then you just PA them over time,
Yeah.
and just like your next couple turns, and you discard cards out of their hand.
how about
And even open to the field and taking the field, like I don't know. I might be putting this in my next Patient Padawan deck.
how
Yep,
about
same.
clarity of purpose into a Hawk Bat Swoop?
Let me just quickly check that on the database.
Hawk Bat Swoop says, oh, so it's resolve. It's the 1 cost blue. Resolve one of your character upgrade dice showing a field as main. It's unattached character. If it has an upgrade title, it's Taro Mastery.
You run Qui-Gon, and
Qui-Gon's rotating.
if he comes back,
If he goes back.
or even just on a normal character, I feel like you could get like
Yeah.
this 2+.
So let's say they have
4.
you play that, you get shields. Resolve one of your character upgrade dice showing a showing a shield. Oh, okay. So you could play this card and then play Hawk Bat Swoop.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. It still
I
feels
don't know.
sort of
I don't know if that's
situational.
yeah, that is situational. And you have to have, if you want full value, you have to have Taro Mastery down. That's 3
Yeah.
resources. So it's like it could work, and if it did work, it would be cool, but like
Yeah,
how good is that?
kind of jank.
Right?
Like if you get it off.
Yeah. If you get it off, it's pretty cool and probably decent, but what if you don't draw them at all in the same hands? Like, I don't know. But for sure, this is going in a deck with Patient Padawans. This might be like auto include for that deck because
Yeah.
that's really good.
KingGrouber, anything you want to say about this card?
Not really. I think you covered it all.
All right, if that's all, how are we doing on time, guys? Okay. So those were some pretty nice spoilers. Real quick, before we end the video, I want to throw you guys another question. What character do you hope is in the next set? So I know, yeah, I'll just throw it out there and I'll let you guys start.
Okay, you want to go first?
Sure. I know that there's been a Zeb recently, I think, but I really want a Zeb.
You want another Zeb? I'd take another Zeb. That'd be pretty cool, especially if he
Yeah.
was like what would you want like a big Zeb or like a 12
I
point
want
Zeb?
like a giant, like 20 Zeb.
Did you say 20 points or 20 health?
20
20
points.
Oh, 20
You can
points,
run
yeah.
it with like a cheap Ezra or a
Yeah,
Chopper.
that would be really awesome.
Yeah.
Like 19 points because then you could run elite, all the Spectres elite. So you could run, yeah, that would be pretty fun. I don't know if that's coming because Zeb is kind of tiny and like compared to all the characters that they're making as bigs, like Ahsoka versus
Yeah.
Zeb, like I don't know if that would come, but that would definitely be awesome. So
What color would you place him at?
Yellow.
if you made him in the context, if you made him as he was in the part of the series where he was kind of working for the rebellion, I could almost see him being a red blue. I'm sorry, I said red blue.
Blue?
Red yellow. Red yellow. Yeah,
Yeah.
not force sensitive. Red
I was
yellow.
I
thinking
do
maybe
yellow gains red.
yellow gains red, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make more sense, honestly. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think for me, um, I don't know. I would really love to see a Cal Kestis. I think that's already coming. Um, yeah, another Sabine would be awesome. I'll let one of you guys go. I cannot remember for the life of me.
Uh,
I had a character. I was like, I really want to see this character. For some reason, I can't remember it.
so I would probably say Cal Kestis because I've played both video games and they're amazing. But I already know he's coming because we got a Marin. So I would probably say Ezra for second. I want to see
Ezra?
new Ezra from like
Hmm.
the show with his blue lightsaber. I think that'd be really cool.
Yep. I really want to see an Omega from Bad Batch. I think she'd be just such an interesting character.
Omega.
Yes, that would be
Omega.
great.
Yeah, she'd be like a support.
Should be a support. Yeah, I would love to see the Bad Batch, but oh my
She'd
gosh,
be a
if they made
plot.
what'd you say?
She could be a plot like
She could
Grogu.
be a plot. Omega.
She'd be a free plot.
That'd be so great. She could be a support. She could be like a super overpowered support, but you could only play if you have Bad Batch characters or something. I don't know. Yeah, I would really hope that there's a tech and we have a crosshair attack. That would be
Yeah, we
cool.
have Crosshair. You know what I think they should make? They should make
Tekken
a
them.
Sid. There should be a villain yellow Sid support.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd put her as neutral.
No, but they would trade them.
Wait, who is this again?
And
Oh,
the
so,
Sid.
isn't even very
Sid,
much.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it would
It's
be cool if Sid was like a support and then it was kind of something almost to do with bounties. So like
yep.
choose either like it chooses you to do something and then if you do it, it rewards you. Because that's
Yeah.
what she kind of does like in the show. And I think that would be like a really cool
Maybe
adaptation of that.
maybe it would be like an Albany heist, like she's a plot or something.
Oh yeah.
And then like
Yeah,
you have
pretty cool.
to just, like put resources on it or something.
Yeah, it could
and
just
then
say
you
Sid's
win.
missions.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
No, or I feel like they said like if you do this, you're finally free. So I think they can make the plot like finally free.
Finally
Instead of
free.
making it about Sid, like you could have a picture of Sid, but it could be half and half. It could also be a picture of Cassie and escaping from Narcana.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Lots of great
Yeah.
ideas. Yes, overall, I think we're all pretty excited for the set. I'm excited to play this character. Hopefully we can get some JSONs for this character and start playing her. She's gonna be really fun. All right, anything more you guys want to say before we close out this video?
I'm
Nope,
good.
that's
Thank you.
All right. All right, one more thank you to the ARH team for all the time and effort they put in here. Same thanks for Echo 3. Thank you for giving us the spoilers. I real quick want to thank everybody for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Should we have said something after that? I don't know. Was that like super awkward?
I don't know.
Well, the videos